G'day beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be going over the new hero, Yin. I'm going to play the two videos, the announce and the overview first, and then we'll go ahead and we'll talk about her a little bit.
Yin is a melee carry who uses her whip and powerful wind magic to dispatch her enemies. Though she and Aurora came from a life of crime, Yin rose to the rank of first guardian of her city. Focus on buying cards that increase your power and critical strike chance. Windburn allows Yin to focus her wind magic, increasing her attack range and dealing 100% cleave damage to all enemies in a straight line. Windburn will let you crack down on your enemies, so make sure to position yourself to cleave as many targets as possible. Lash Kick allows Yin to target an ally, enemy, or minion and immediately jump to that target. Lash Kick makes you very unpredictable and elusive. You can use it to take down a target, or to hop to an ally to escape. Backlash will deflect all incoming enemy projectiles back to where they came from. Consider saving Backlash to deflect a key enemy ability. And finally, your ultimate is Queling Gale. Queling Gale allows Yin to manipulate the wind around her, creating a vortex that slows all incoming enemy projectiles. And when paired with Backlash, you can set up some game-altering plays. Yin has a variety of tools that reward precision play. When approaching a fight, focus in on your enemies and use your abilities to control the fight. When playing Yin, timing is everything. Using an ability too soon or too late could end in your death. Remain focused and manipulate the wind to overtake your enemies.
Alright guys, so pretty fucking excited. Not only is she a melee carry, but she's also extremely cool in her abilities. Something that Paragon really needs, I think, some deflection and some kind of time manipulation. Alright, so I'm going to read directly from the blog post here right now. We'd like to introduce you to the latest hero. We call this hybrid melee carry hero Yin. You'll be able to play Yin starting Tuesday, March 14th to get your first look at Yin below. So Yin is growth and fury. She is a carry who wields a combination of a whip and wind magic to quickly dispatch her enemies. Although she came from a life of crime on the streets with Aurora, Yin rose to the rank of first guardian of her city. So looking at her abilities, her R1 or right mouse button is Backlash. Yin cracks her whip, dealing damage in an area in front of her. If enemy projectiles are hit by the whip, they'll be reflected back towards the enemies. So this is amazing for a carry. I think Narbash stuns, Deca stuns, Rampage rocks, pretty much anything. Howitzer missiles. Oh my god, it's going to be dirty flicking a howitzer missile back at him. I know a couple of people that are going to be salty as fuck about that. So next up we have Lash Kick. Her Q or her square. Yin swings her whip, pulling herself towards the target and then jumps off their head, dealing damage. Now this is also amazing because not only does it allow you to use it as an engage tool, or even just to sort of get over the head of a defender that is blocking your path to, say, the enemy carry. You want to get over the head of Narbash to get to the carry, or as a great escape tool, so long as you have someone that you can whip to, so you can get yourself out of the fight and put yourself behind your supporter, behind your tank. Next up we have Windburn. Her E or her circle, Yin reaches with her whip, increasing the range of her basic attack as well as gaining cleave. So this is another great ability, just giving herself the ability to poke a little bit further while also getting cleave to increase her wave clear. And then last up we have her ultimate, Queling Gale. Her R or her triangle obviously. Yin surrounds herself in a whirlwind, displacing all enemies within her range. So you got a bit of a pushback. And then for 5 seconds the whirlwind slows enemies and enemy projectiles that travel through it, which is pretty cool. She's a melee carry that has abilities that will up her damage via cleave, up her range. She has excellent mobility, and with this she also has her own slow, and then being able to use Backlash with Queling Gale, so you use it at the right moment while a bunch of stuns are coming in at you, and like it shows here in the video that we just watched, a Rampage Rock, a Narbash Thunk, and a Howitzer Missile all back at the enemies. It's just amazing. It's going to be dirty. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how dirty she is. But she's growth and fury. Growth is probably not the best thing. I mean, you think back to Legacy. If you played on Legacy, the best thing about growth was with Sparrow was, I cannot remember what the card is called because I don't even use it anymore. The card that allows you to gain movement speed by killing enemies. Unless you want to use that, which I don't really think she'll need because she's actually got mobility. It's mostly used for armor cards and health regen. That's what they technically do best. But she's Fury, so think Murdoch, think Twin Blast, think Madstone Gems to start off with. You'll have good lifesteal cards. Couple of good crit cards. I'm not 100% certain. I will assume that she will probably be getting attack speed per level, but if you do need attack speed with her, she has some good options there in her Universal and her Fury cards. She'll also have good options if you want to build a little bit of health. I don't know why you would. Maybe she might need a little bit of health. I don't know. I don't think she will. As she's not immune to stuns, but if you use her abilities properly, she's going to do really, really well in team fights, and she'll be able to kind of take care of herself a little bit. So, personally, I think she's a better version of Sereth. Sereth is a very high damage dealer. We are yet to see what her scaling is. I'm going to assume that she's probably going to have scaling like Grim, sort of 0.8 to 0.9. I don't think they'll give her the greatest scaling because she could potentially be a little bit overpowered, but who knows? She might be absolutely disgusting. So yeah, I would assume that the best way to build her is going to be somewhere along the lines of a Sereth build, but using Fury cards, so somewhere between 56 and 68% crit chance, your crit bonus, 10 to 20 lifesteal, and depending on how much attack speed she gets per level, if she gets any at all, a good bit of attack speed, because being a melee hero, you're going to want some decent attack speed because it's a lot easier to hit, obviously. But yeah, that's it for now. I'm going to let these two videos play it again in the background, and I'm going to head off and go to bed. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and found it helpful in some way, shape, or form. If you did, please smash that like button. I appreciate it very, very much. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of Yin. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe for more content. We'll have a build and hero guide out for her, hopefully sometime Tuesday, Wednesday, as soon as I get to have a chance, because it's going to be #Q.Tweak. Alright guys, but as per usual, thank you so much for watching. I love your face, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Yin is a melee carry who uses her whip and powerful wind magic to dispatch her enemies. Though she and Aurora came from a life of crime, Yin rose to the rank of first guardian of her city. Focus on buying cards that increase your power and critical strike chance. Windburn allows Yin to focus her wind magic, increasing her attack range and dealing 100% cleave damage to all enemies in a straight line. Windburn will let you crack down on your enemies, so make sure to position yourself to cleave as many targets as possible. Lash Kick allows Yin to target an ally, enemy, or minion and immediately jump to that target. Lash Kick makes you very unpredictable and elusive. You can use it to take down a target, or to hop to an ally to escape. Backlash will deflect all incoming enemy projectiles back to where they came from. Consider saving Backlash to deflect a key enemy ability. And finally, your ultimate is Queling Gale. Queling Gale allows Yin to manipulate the wind around her, creating a vortex that slows all incoming enemy projectiles. And when paired with Backlash, you can set up some game-altering plays. Yin has a variety of tools that reward precision play. When approaching a fight, focus in on your enemies and use your abilities to control the fight. When playing Yin, timing is everything. Using an ability too soon or too late could end in your death. Remain focused and manipulate the wind to overtake your enemies.